So today we're here in Celina, Texas, one of the fastest growing cities here in DFW. We're going to take a quick look around downtown, show you some houses, and give you a good feel for what Celina, Texas is all about. So let's do this. Celina really wasn't Celina until back in 1879. Actually, the postmaster of Celina decided to name the settlement or city after Celina, Tennessee, which is kind of wild when you think about it because it looks like a lot of the influence in the city is actually prone to more Louisiana versus Tennessee. Right around the early 1900s, kind of what happened was the railroad was supposed to move into Celina, and everybody was getting so excited about the railroad and all of the opportunity and growth that it would bring to the city. What happened was the tracks just missed the city, and the citizens were so determined to have the railroad track nearby, they actually picked up their houses, put them on wheels, so to speak, and actually pulled them closer to these railroad tracks right here. So here at historic downtown Celina, if you're here for a visit, you definitely want to check out Rollertown Beer Works. Also, we've got Lucy on the square where you can come in and catch a quick bite to eat. There are lots of great barbecue options, Mexican food places, and you also have a great Cajun place in Bongo Bo's. There's also Hey Sugar if you have that sweet tooth in mind. And there's lots of parks and places for the kids to play, some antique stores, and lots of other shopping here at the square. Since 2010, the population of Celina has actually tripled in size, and the current population is right around 30,000 people, which makes a little bit of sense since the current growth rate here in Celina is right around 15.21%, almost double to that of what Prosper is, the closest city to its south. As far as size goes, the city of Celina is roughly about 31.21 square miles, which is actually a lot larger than Prosper. As far as commute times go, here from Celina, you can take Preston Road or you can take the Dallas North Tollway. It'll take you about 40 or 50 minutes to get to downtown. Now that's during non-rush hour. If you are driving during rush hour times, expect at least an hour to an hour and 30 minutes to get you anywhere close to downtown Dallas. As far as Plano's concerned, it only takes about 26 minutes during non-rush hour times, but if you are traveling during rush hour, it's just under an hour, right around 46 minutes. You're only about 50 minutes to Lake Texoma, which is at the border of Oklahoma and Texas. So we're kind of at that halfway point, if you want to call it that. As far as where Celina is located, because I know a lot of you are probably not familiar with Celina itself, if you were to go to the very middle of Frisco and go straight north for about 20 minutes, you would hit Celina. It's very central North Dallas when you look at the Metroplex as a whole. So here in Celina, home prices are going to start right around $450,000, which is a little bit steep. You can go a little bit lower for a really small house or a really distressed house here in the area, but most of the construction is going to be fairly new. It can get as high as $8 million, and those are going to be a lot of your larger estates or farms that are being sold off in the area. You're going to notice prices really high there. A majority of the properties are single family. You're going to find very little townhomes or condos here in the area. As far as affordability goes, it's going to be really tight here in the area, but I will say that if you are zoned to Celina ISD versus Prosper ISD, you can get a little bit more affordability to those homes zoned to Celina ISD. So new construction here in Celina, it's a little bit difficult to say where prices start because prices are changing daily, if not weekly, with a lot of the builders. Now, I will say that you could probably get into something for close to $600,000, and you could for sure lock in something if you have more of a $900,000 or $1 million plus budget for the area. So it's going to be very difficult to get into new construction with all the wait lists and the builders being very restricted and limited on some things. But that's kind of what you can expect as far as new construction. So as far as things to do here in Celina, you can take advantage of some of their great parks, which right here, we're here in Old Celina Park, where they have several baseball fields, soccer fields, and there's also a couple of playgrounds and some hiking and biking trails around this little pond that we're close to as well. A couple other great parks that you can take advantage of here in Celina would be the Founders Station Park, located closer to downtown. And also there is the Ray Roberts Lake State Park, closer to the west side of Celina, right next to Lake Ray Roberts. As far as other things to do here in Celina, Celina has 3 great vineyards that you can take advantage of over the weekends. Some of them will have wine tastings as well as tours of the vineyard themselves. Make sure to check out the description below for that information. There is a cool little miniature golf course right off kind of the historic downtown area that we got a chance to take a sneak peek at, that you can go with your friends or family and just have a good time. The last thing that you really need to know about Celina is that it has a very strong sense of community spirit. And if it's a Friday night, you can almost bet that most of the community is going to be at that brand new stadium that they just built, cheering on the home team. So that's all for today's video. If you really enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below if you have any other cities that you want us to shout out or explore. We are open to that. If you want to know more about the city of Prosper, you want to check out this video right here. For something else totally amazing, you want to check out this video right here. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.